Hello, this is Japanese Economic Review Channel. Today, we're going to be diving into the brand new 2025 market report for new condominiums in Tokyo. We're basing everything on the latest official statistics that have just come out, and boy, do they tell a story. There's this really fascinating paradox right at the heart of one of the world's biggest property markets. So let's just jump right in and see what's going on. Okay, so let's get right to the heart of it, the central puzzle of the year. On one hand, the number of condos actually being sold has dropped. But on the other hand, prices, they're soaring to absolutely astronomical new highs. So how on earth is that possible, right? That's the big question we're going to unpack together today. All right, first up, let's talk sales volume. The number of new condominiums sold across the whole Tokyo metro area in 2025, well, it dropped by a pretty significant 4.5% compared to last year. Bottom line, fewer people are buying. But, and this is the crazy part, at the exact same time, the average price for a new condo didn't just nudge up a little bit. No, it absolutely skyrocketed. We're talking an incredible 17.4% jump. I mean, that is a massive leap that just seems to fly in the face of falling sales numbers. Okay, so to really get our heads around this paradox, we've got to look at the supply side first. It turns out that slump in sales is directly connected to a historic shortage of new places even coming onto the market. So check this out. The official stats show that only 21,962 new condo units were supplied across the entire Tokyo metro area in 2025. For a city this massive, that is a remarkably small number. Just think about that for a second. And to really put that number into perspective, you have to go all the way back to 1973 to find a number that low. That's right, this is the lowest level of new supply the market has seen in over 50 years. We are truly in uncharted territory here. And if we break this down by area, you can see that Tokyo's core 23 wards are, well, the biggest piece of the pie, making up almost 37% of all the new units. The rest is spread out among the surrounding areas, Kanagawa, Saitama, and Chiba. All right, so let's flip this coin over and look at the other side, those crazy high prices. With supply at a 50-year low, it kind of makes sense that the few units that are available are going for some truly unprecedented amounts of money. And here it is, the big headline number. The average price for a brand new condo in the Tokyo metro area has officially shattered all previous records. We're talking 91.82 million yen. Just wow. But that average figure is a little misleading because it hides some really dramatic differences depending on where you look. Just check out Tokyo's 23 wards. The average price there jumped to over 136 million yen. That's a mind-boggling 21.8% increase in just 1 year. Sure, the surrounding areas saw prices go up too, but it was nothing, absolutely nothing on this scale. And if you want to see the real extreme end of this trend, you just have to zoom in on Tokyo's 6 central wards. The average price there, it's skyrocketed to an absolutely eye-watering 195 million yen. To give you some context, that's the highest it's been since the peak of Japan's bubble economy way back in 1991. So here's the crucial point. How do we make sense of this? Fewer sales overall, but a record-breaking average price? Well, the answer isn't what's happening with the average condo. No. The secret is hiding at the very, very top of the market. So what's the one thing that could have enough muscle to pull the entire market average up so dramatically, even while the total number of sales is going down? What's the secret ingredient here? And here's your answer. Take a look at this. This chart shows the sales of what are called okushon in Japan. Those are condominiums priced over 100 million yen. In 2025, a whopping 5,669 of these super high-end units were sold. That's way up from 3,648 just the year before. Yeah, you heard that right. That is a jaw-dropping 55.4% increase in sales for these ultra-luxury properties in just 1 year. So while the rest of the market was kind of quiet, the very top end was just absolutely on fire. And there you have it. That's the solution to our paradox. The total number of sales went down, sure, but this huge surge in the sale of super, super expensive properties completely skewed the math. It's what dragged the average price for the entire market all the way up to that new record. So, with all that in mind, what does this data tell us about what's coming next? Let's take a quick look at the forecast and see what we can expect for 2026. Okay, The official forecast is projecting a supply of around 23,000 new condominium units for 2026. Now, that number represents a pretty modest 4.7% increase from that historic low we saw in 2025. So, yeah, we can expect a little bit of a recovery in the number of places available, but make no mistake, the overall supply is still going to be super tight by historical standards. And that really leads us to the final big question, doesn't it? We've got a small increase in supply on the horizon, but demand at the super high end is still red hot. So, will the Tokyo market finally find some kind of new balance, or are we just going to see prices continue their relentless climb upwards? Thank you for watching the Japanese Economic Review. We look forward to having you with us again.